Welcome back. All right, news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Monday, July the 28th. Starting off at the top of the board, that's normally how this works. Jayden Struble has signed a 2-year extension with the Montreal Canadiens to avoid arbitration. This is going on a lot right now. 2-year deal for Struble. The cap hit, $1.4125 million. So Struble's taken care of. That takes another arbitration hearing off the board. It looks like Dylan Samberg and the Jets, though, will be going to arbitration. This one's not going to get done. It's only a 1-year deal he's eligible for because he's an unrestricted free agent next summer. So we'll see how this goes. The fact that this is going to arbitration means the team and the player aren't close. And then you see the numbers. The team's offer is $2.5 million, which I think is low. Samberg's ask is $6 million. I think that's probably high. So the arbitrator's going to hear this. I would think the cap hit will probably be in the $4.5 to $5 million range, I would think. So that would then mean he's an unrestricted free agent next summer, which would lead to a lot of discussion about whether or not he stays with the Jets. So it will be interesting to see how this all turns out. The hearing is set for July the 30th, and that is one of only 2 remaining. The other remaining hearing is on August the 3rd. That is when Nick Robertson of the Toronto Maple Leafs will have his day. The arbitrator. We'll see over the next few days. We'll find out what he is asking and what the Leafs are offering as well. My guess is they're nowhere close either, but we'll see if that gets dealt with. If this gets dealt with, then it's just basically Dylan Samberg at arbitration this year. Connor Timmins avoided arbitration with the Buffalo Sabres, signs a 2-year extension with them worth $2.2 million per season. Timmins, decent depth defenseman, $2.2 million, very reasonable cap hit for Timmins. And all the best to him with Buffalo. Now, big news item for today, and I was kind of surprised by this. In fact, initially, when I saw, it's a see you later kind of posts on X, I thought Nick Backstrom had retired. But Nick Backstrom did not retire. What he has done is he has signed with Brynäs of the Swedish League. He has signed a 1-year deal there. There is an option for a 2nd year as well. He missed the entire past season with health issues. And he's had hip resurfacing. I think he had other injuries that were bothering him as well. He's feeling a lot better. One thing is, playing in the Swedish League means that you're playing a shorter schedule. You're not dealing with the kind of travel that you're dealing with in the NHL. And it's easier. So, and for Backstrom, this gives him a chance to play at home as well. So it should be fun for him and great for Swedish fans too. He is 37. So don't rule out him having a good year. And then if he has a good year, the Capitals may be looking at bringing him back for the following season. One thing to keep in mind is that if he does play in the Swedish League and then was to try signing an NHL contract after that, he'd have to clear waivers before reporting to an NHL team. And considering how many teams are lacking depth down the middle, I don't think he would clear waivers in that circumstance. But all the best to Backstrom. He is headed over to Sweden, and we'll see if he does use the 2nd year of that contract as well. There's an option for a 2nd year in that contract that's built in. We'll see how that all turns out. And then for anybody who's curious, we are 10 weeks and 1 day, 71 days away from the start of the 2025-2026 season. So we're almost halfway through the offseason, and this is that time of the summer where I know it would be very difficult for me to draw the kinds of views that I could get during the regular season or especially during the playoffs. But I do my best to make sure I'm putting out daily content for all you fine people on the internet who consume it, and try to make sure I keep things interesting as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. One other thing I'd throw out there is the growth on my 2nd channel is the best that I think it's ever been right now. So that's one thing that I've been doing with my added time with hockey being kind of quiet right now. But thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. Hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. We've now passed 358,000 subscribers on this channel, so I'm very grateful. I will talk to you again soon.